Anyway, you want me to do anything, I just do the preliminary reason. Invite me in any way you want me to support, I'll support. It's not party politics. We're just trying to save a situation that is difficult for everybody. So thank you for this. Thank you for even organizing my birthday. So I remain prayerful for those in service. It is this, you think this man is sleeping, don't sleep. We are part of this family. Amen. And we want to be part of it. Thank you, Excellency.
I would stand as a mark of honor and respect to one who has been a two-time governor and one who has redefined Nigerian politics. Sir, we want to say welcome home and to truly wish you a happy birthday. In the midst of difficulties and challenges of life, we will not forget to thank God for the mercies that He has shown us. And I'm sure you have a lot to thank God for. We're highly honored, sir, for this visit, that you thought it wise, misread with us. We do not take it lightly. Coming to be able to share in the affliction that has come upon us. Indeed, Mangu particularly has been in the news because it was one of the most peaceful local governments. But people forget also about Riom, because it looks as if in Riom now, the killing has become normal, which is the local government of my deputy. And it's to curious minds, they wonder why the attacks began in earnest in those two local governments. And sometimes you cannot but link it to some other ulterior motives. But whatever it is, we know that the loss of one life is painful. But to lose, at the last count in the last 2-3 months, about 300 plus, is a national disaster. And all we are asking is that this carnage must stop. It has to. We didn't come into government to be burying people. We came to advance the cause of our people. And by the grace of God, this we will do. We want to wish you the best. Sometimes what happens in life you cannot understand. Sometimes the graph, the line in life does not go straight. And God's ways are not our ways. And as we watch God do what He has planned to do concerning Nigeria, one thing I'm confident of is that God has a good plan for Nigeria. One thing I want you to know, sir, is that you have changed the political landscape in Nigeria. You're talking about a Nigeria that works. This is a passion we share in. You're talking about the son of a poor man, nobody, becoming something. The person standing before you is one. I'm sure if they were looking for great men to become governors, I wouldn't be one. And I know that since it has happened with some of us, it will happen with several others. I'm sure the IDP seeing you will mean so much to them. And we want to pray that the good Lord who brought you safely will take you back safely. Thank you and God bless.
So our own PO, una don see am as he take commiserate with the IDPs and waiting in talk for that very place. Make we no mind this next work wahala wey be say dey happen. We no even gree wey we say we dey for studio, we no gree. We talk say that thing wey network go do, that one na their own business. If they break, we go come back. If you break, we will come back. With that one, make we waka reach wetin dey happen for Enugu, where NYSC they fight with DSS over certificate forgery. As I take talk am before, I no know whether na you know say this Peter Mba will be the governor of Enugu now. Him don sue NYSC for 20 billion Now, as they sue them, say that in certificate no be fake. The people will be saying and then they give certificate for NYSC. Come out, come tell court, say the certificate where you carry go give INEC, when they take, they present as their certificate, saying a fake it be. In a twist, wetin we don't know what in the DSS, they fight with NYSC. And DSS can't leave their office where be to investigate and check state matter, then can't enter matter for court. Electoral matter, I don't know what in carry them enter. But then enter the matter, then come talk say the NY say Mba no forge any certificate. Whether na DSS they give certificate again for Nigeria, I don't know. But make I for bring them as then take write the thing as a news take enter for us. I won't bring them out. Now they say the service that the DSS in a report tender to the Enugu Election Petition Tribunal. Then talk say they also lampoon the NYSC of shoddy and hasty investigation in coming to the conclusion that Mba's NYSC discharge certificate was fake, saying that certificate Mba series were found to have been issued on corp members in Lagos, contrary to NYSC claim. Now, so DSS director take talk. Now, this came as the Labour Party immediately countered the report, describing it as a personal of the DSS because it did not bear the letterhead and stamp of the service. Meaning say, this man will come from DSS will give testimony. Waiting him submit to them no carry the letterhead of the DSS as a carry enter court. The DSS had in a statement on oath adopted by its representative, Mr. Yahaya Issa Mohammed, at the ongoing Enugu State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal in Enugu, disclosed that the NYSC had misplaced Mba's original file and opened a temporary one for him after he had returned from the law school to complete his NYSC. This Yahaya Mohammed, who is a DSS Deputy Director, Operations and Strategic Department, was subpoenaed to give evidence in defense of Mba's NY certificate. Okay, well, it is also noted that NYSC was also unable to trace to who states of the Federation of its certificates. Then come bring plenty other things where they talk for there. But final, they said that Mba served for 6 months and went to law school and later completed his youth service. We discovered that Peter Mba brought application from law school to Lagos State NYSC office for, to their national headquarters. The correspondent has a reference number and the letter was replied permitting him to go to law school. After his law school, he reapplied through the same means for instatement to complete his service. Now, these people, they talk, DSS person, they talk like this. We discovered a temporary file was used for reference. That means his initial file could not be traced. Now, so DSS talk. Now, NYSC provided the 6 series certificate, which was signed and collected by core members, and the 8 series. He said DSS discovered that the numbers are in series, but NYSC could not account for 12 certificates, among which include Mba's certificates. Now, so then talk. However, during cross-examination, Labour Party lead counsel, Chief Adegoka San, observed that the reports presented by the DSS official did not come with the letterhead and stamps of the security agency as against the normal practice, and sought to know the reason from Mohammed, to which he responded that his signature sufficed. In talk say, no need to put letterhead, say in signature they okay. Also, when the counsel to Labour Party asked him, when and why did he not come to court with the authorizing letter or directive from the Director General of DSS, Mohammed said he appeared in court because of a subpoena, meaning say e be like say no be DSS send them go there. The letterhead no carry DSS, and im no fit talk say na the oga na im tell am say make e come. Furthermore, when the DSS official was asked why the report he presented did not attach documents backing his statement, he also answered that they were in his office. Now, so in take talk. When he was asked again if his investigation revealed that Mba became the chief of staff of the then governor of Enugu State, Chimaro Kennaman, between July 10, 2003 and November 2003, the same period he was supposed to be serving as a core member, Mohammed said no, adding that it was not within his purview to investigate that. Make I for stop on for there. When I see say Wuru and Mago don't dey there. That's why when I start, I talk say maybe now this very thing will be say that 20 billion naira where Peter Mba they sue NYSC, maybe now be the target of this man, because it be like say no be DSS themselves carry that talk enter court, because me I never see where DSS they come become witness to another person for inside court when they drag election matter. I never see DSS for this kind of one. So if no be money matter, now wetin we won't take be letterhead no be from DSS. They ask am whether na the director general of DSS now he ask you to come. Him talk say no be. So now who ask am make he come there? He talk say na subpoena. So now only you go do investigation. Now only you go do investigation. Anyway, sha, make we take a break. Be like say some other things don't they come on at this very hour.
DSS, we want to say enough is enough. We have come to file from 48 against him. We have commenced contempt proceedings against him for deceiving, disobeying court orders. Nigeria is not a Benin Republic. We have had several directors of DSS. He is not the first one, and he's not going to be the last one. So we have filed it, and we are asking that now that it's obvious that he has a personal issue to settle with Emefiele, he should go and sort it out. He should not use Nigeria. He should not use any sign, any purported offense of terrorism to sort whatever problem he had with Emefiele. Just like as I said, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu was one of those that fought for this democracy through Nadeko. Now that he's the president, we want to call upon him as a matter of urgency. He should sack the director DSS for embarrassing the entire world, for embarrassing Nigeria.
We joined forces together with the world to call on the president to make sure that the DSS director is removed as soon as possible. In fact, tomorrow is too late. It is very, very important. That is the point that we are laboring to make. We are not here to represent Emefiele. We are not here to represent any particular person. It's not only him. Emefiele is not the only person suffering passing through this agony. Every Nigerian is a victim of this circumstance. And what makes it worrisome is the fact that a ridiculous charge is being preferred against the person of Emefiele. This is not what Nigerians were expecting.
DSS. The essence of filing the contempt proceedings is, as Nigerians, every Nigerian do have the right to enforce the judgment of courts. So, as Nigerians, and not only as Nigerians, but as lawyers, we are complaining against disobedience of an order of court by someone who is even saddled with responsibility to ensure that the order of court is obeyed. And as well known, in fact, as my left friend said, I have a matter, a client of mine. This court released a client of mine on bail unconditionally. But that client of mine has been in DSS detention for more than 1 year. We are saying.
I see as I just dey talk, na him producer just tell me say he get about 60 human rights lawyers wey be say dem storm court, wey be say dem dey demand even the DSS director's resignation. They say what be say they never comot am. They say many things as una take care from them. Na the people wey be say dem talk say this thing wey DSS director do for Enugu, dem talk say the one wey im oga dey do they won't make a resign. Them talk say they won't put her even for jail. I don't know how that one won't take work, sha. Then because them talk say na contempt proceedings, now they won't bring under the DSS Director General. But this man will go talk for Enugu, no be the Director General. Now just a Director Strategic and other one position like that. But as I take talk, the man no get business with Eleno being supposed investigate election tribunal. No be him supposed investigate any issue where they emanate from election tribunal. No be DSS work be that one. But as he don't go investigate am for there, he don't go see other things where they ask am for inside court say this very particular Mba, that 2003 when you talk say you do your investigation, say Mba don't already become the chief of staff to the governor as at that time. But we see waiting Mba waiting in talk. Waiting in talk, now him be say he no investigate reach that side. For 2003 when you do your investigation, you no say the same person when you talk say in certificate no they correct. The people wey issue the certificate, now them tell you say no they correct. If you talk say na lie, then they lie. Then you no know when him become the chief of staff to governor, when instead they do NYSC. Make we tell ourselves the truth. Some people no get shame, and this man no get shame. Anyway, make we come out from there. Still talking about DSS. Make we for hear how our own people they talk things about the same DSS, because now matter they carry enter matter. Now this man don't go enter electoral matter where they talk. We call himself DSS director, and that one don't carry us. One talk waiting DSS they do where we say people know they like. Make we hear waiting them talk for our eyes about this very same DSS.
And Rufai, I spoke with SAM Fushika, who, talked about the fact that even this firearm possession that the federal government has charged Emefiele, which, we saw that case over the weekend, is a fine of about 20,000 naira. I mean, this is the charge that they have against Emefiele. But I think the main bone of contention for me, Rufai, is this brandishing of assault a rifle. You see the group calling, Emefiele's arrest as, a shame. In fact, it's almost making a mockery of the whole system at this point.
No, but Audrey, even a blind man knows that this is vendetta against Emefiele. Even the deaf hears that this is vendetta against Emefiele. The president gave himself out. He went to a foreign country and he called the CBN rotten. And he had pretty much made his point known as regards this. We all know the speech of Wagbe Naira Pamo and all of that. And the vendetta was so strong that when they tried doing this last year, the court rebuffed the DSS. But once President Tinubu was sworn in and they got their chance, we all remember the calisthenics that happened. How they used a private jet to go carry Emefiele from Lagos, bundled him and all of that with our own taxpayers' money, only for us to see the charge sheets. But they've kept him there for a long month. They've ransacked his homes.
Allegedly, I heard it was about 300,000 naira.
Yeah, so they've ransacked his homes. I mean, if they found something on the charge sheet after a month. But you see, I said something earlier on, and I think I need to break it down. It's either we are trying to build a funny democracy, a democracy that is a joke to the world because there's no respect for rule of law, or we are trying to build a phony democracy, which is a fake democracy, which is a pseudo democracy, which is militarism. And that's why you see that they are making arguments they are not balanced. Look at the non-state actor brandishing a weapon.
Exactly, that's the point.
Right there, look at the non-state actor brandishing a weapon.
Yes.
And should anybody, and the DSS have not been able to do anything. But why would you blame him? Because this non-state actor also goes ahead to claim that he's so important that the president invited him. So when the president invited non-state actors, and right there at the villa, he came to take a swipe at the military of this country, and nothing has been done to him. So when I said earlier on that some people are bigger than the law in this country, have been proven right. He took a swipe at the military, a very respectable institution, but there were no consequences. Branch should have gone on live video. There was, I think somebody even wrote a petition as regards this. Nothing. Right. So we see how our country is playing out. And I ask again, do we want a funny democracy? Because all of this, the world is looking at us and laughing. This is Nigeria that wants to be the giant of Africa. Or a phony democracy. And when I mean a phony democracy, a democracy that it's only in name, but the cardinal point of a democracy, which is the respect for the rule of law and the fact that the leaders can restrain themselves from their own personal interest, is no longer the order of the day. So I submit to Nigerians this morning, what kind of democracy do we want?
And I see how everywhere don't begin talk about DSS, don't begin to erupt. So, and our talk here no be about DSS. Now, because they don't carry their mouth, go chook mouth for waiting no consign them for Enugu State election tribunal. Now that one carry us, they begin to bring out other things where we say people, they talk about them. So, and because now when you go show yourself, Naim be say we will bring you come out. Naim be our own. So we will not get issue with DSS. We just tell them say make them come out their mouth for waiting consign election tribunal. This one when they talk about the man will be say they show gun for this thing. Now the kind of matter where they suppose go treat be that one. If they see many things where we say then they happen to protect the state. Now that won't be their own job. Make them go do them. You understand? Go arrest this man where we say if they threaten, they don't even threaten military. They don't do anything. Carry gun. They brandish, they don't do anything. So now which one? Anyway, Sha, make we come out from their talk for now. Make we enter for court matter where we dey here, they discuss. APC don't send in their final written address. And then don't put their own, waiting they call them myself, that very document where we say, then they can promote waiting we do. So, finally, we don't get APC's final written address done there on. So as you see on for the screen now this one we go discuss about INEC final written address. You get one page when I want discuss before we go enter this very APC final written address if time still permit us. So make we go to that INEC own, because I dey talk about the INEC own yesterday. Be like say NEPA take light for my mouth, but God no gree them. This place where we there for screen now na page 25 for the INEC final written address. And what I want to talk for that very place be say this very INEC written statement is spreading fake and naked lies. Fake and naked lies. Now, this is what they said in page 25. There is nowhere in the regulation and guideline of the first respondent, which is their INEC, that prevents collation of results until all results are uploaded on the first respondent IREV. The only accommodation made for the use of results uploaded on the IREV in the collation process is where there is a discrepancy in the hard copy of INEC result, and those issued to a political party and their agents. Now, then come bring where that very something is actually itemized. This one at the page 25. So if you go to that their page 25, you go see them. Make we see waiting their regulations and guideline talk, because this one na their this thing. Now, this one na the regulations and guideline. Make una follow me. Now, this is for the use of electronically transmitted or transferred directly from polling unit collation. Now, so then take talk directly from polling units for collation. An election result shall only be collated if the collation officer ascertains that the number of accredited voters agree with the number recorded in the beavers, and votes scored by political parties on the result sheet is correct and agrees with the result electronically transmitted or transferred directly from the polling unit as prescribed in these regulations and guidelines. Now, why am I bringing this thing back and explaining? Then talk say their major issue now say collation should be manual. But I want to always explain to our people that collation of results had always been manual. That is not the contention. I won't make our people understand this thing first. The collation be say, if them finish waiting then they do for polling units, transfer that thing through either IREV, transfer that very something through an electronic means, where we say it go enter to the collation place, then get local government collation area, then get state collation, and they get national collation. Now, the collation, they're different. They're very, very different. Now, that one get the big paper where they go write everything to collate. But waiting the law, they talk. Now, say you must transfer results electronically to that very collation place. So that when you get to that very ward collation officer, that ward collation officer go see the physical one, and you go come see the one where we say enter either through IREV. You go come compare them, and then come resolve the issue as a dispute. What in all those things mean? It simply means say that thing where INEC they talk na naked lie. Collation, we understand it as clearly manual, but to transfer the results from the polling unit is electronic. Electronic. Resolving discrepancies in polling unit result at ward collation. They say one, the collation officer must request explanation from the presiding officer concerned about the circumstances of this discrepancy. Number two, locate the point of the discrepancy, resolve the discrepancy using the electronic result. Request the presiding officer to endorse the resolution. Now law they talk. Now guidelines now in the talk. So what will they talk about electronic transmission? Not the only law talk, their guidelines talk. Now their guideline, electronic transmission, we go to the ward collation, we go to the local government collation. Then this collation, they will now write it out manually by checking the electronic means. It means that if the electronic one did not work, it means that you don't have anything to check any discrepancy. And that is what happened. And that is what PO is telling them. Electronically transmitted result, not manual, electronically, or results from the IREV portal to continue collation. Where none exist, the collation officer shall ask for duplicate copies issued by the commission to the following bodies in order: Nigerian police, political parties. What will they talk here? INEC talk say electronic transmission is not mandatory, but this law and their own regulation is saying it clearly that it must be electronically transmitted. That is the result. Collation, I agree with you. It is manual, because when you write and finish, you carry from ward to the local government, you collect again. You carry from ward to state, you collect. But what you must use is electronically transmitted. That is what the law and the guideline of INEC says. There's no dispute. Our justices, we are looking up to you. We know that you will not fall our hand. Now, so we take believe, because PO believe on the judiciary. They no go fall our hand. Nobody go talk say INEC collect 300 billion to come do us manual result reporting. Collation, okay, but manual reporting, transmission. Anyway, we know the difference between manual and electronic. It is different. Make INEC go check the waiting be electronic transmission and the manual transmission. Make them know. Now that hard copy be manual transmission, whereby we get electronic transmission through the beavers. That one did not work. So all these things where INEC they talk. And again, our time don't they give us signal. We for dive into the APC final written address, but make I keep that one tomorrow. Make I for review them well. Make I for bring out the lines where they inside APC's final written address. Because as I know, APC no bring any, not even one witness for court to defend their victory. Not even one. They no bring. NJ be like say your man they do me.
I beg, make INEC matter no make you vex or make you shout too much. Because everywhere meaning Nigeria know say INEC, their name don't turn to Linus. They don't become automatically another political party just because of bribe. Just because even after the whole taxpayers' money, 300 billion where they collect, they still do mago. Come they watch themselves on television, tell Nigerians, come out, make you come vote. Now electronically, you go post immediately from polling unit to the IRF. At the end of the day, when Nigerians come out, come vote finish. They can't do mago, come out again without shame. Come they talk anyhow where they like. No wahala. Make we see waiting Nigerians, they talk again.
Okay, Nefati to talk this one, he said he is actually a national security threat to Nigeria. If the FBI is refusing to release its criminal record until 2026, then what are they hiding? What is the FBI holding against Tinubu? There is more than meets the eye.
Yes, so there is more than meets the eye. As we take see the eye, what we say. Yeah, now so then take talk this paper where we say talk say they cannot, the US talk say they no feel release Tinubu's criminal documents and criminal record. Now so then take talk till 2026 due to unusual circumstances. But I know say now David the one day in tweet this thing, and as in take tweet in talk say people will be say then they US, they don't go sue the whole departments will be say then they okay there for the screen now.
Okay, our David Owen can say in collaboration with Aaron Greenspan of Plainsight, I filed a civil lawsuit against multiple US government agencies 3 weeks ago for refusing to honor FOIA requests made about Bola Tinubu's criminal records and immigration records in the US. This is their initial response.
Yes, as their response take be, because this thing na Freedom of Information Act, na in David take enter, and they talk say, then they ask the US, then they sue US say, may they release wetin dem get on Bola Tinubu's criminal record, and as they don't talk for there, then talk say until 2026. Whichever way where they want take do we dey wait something fit happen. Now so it take be. But anyhow, make we see as Chidi take talk waiting they happen for your own side here.
Chidi Nnamdi said 29 million Nigerians voted in the 2019 presidential election. 12 million first-time voters registered for PVC in 2022 alone. How come the total number of votes for 2023 is 25 million, far lower than that of 2019 election, despite the massive turnout in 2023? If you want a rig election, rig with sense. Na so in take talk am.
Yes, so as on a take siam, our people now it be like say we don't expect this thing hold am there tweet, hold am there. Our people, if on a look screen now, you go see say our son them, our lawyers for Labour Party and P2B, they get one paper where they hold there. Be like say our final written address don't begin the day ready. It's like keep in view. It's so we they expect make our own respond to all these things where INEC talk and all these things where we say APs they talk in their final written address. Our lawyers they smile because then they see waiting, then they write where then they serve them, and then go take all this one they respond. So I say make the producer for whole year, make we see waiting there for the hands of our lawyers, make we for the Vano they go.
Yes, so comedian can say the giveaway obedience have distributed today because of Peter Obi's birthday had more impact than anything President-elect has done in the last 1 month. Argue with your keypad. Yes, so if you want argue, make you just carry your phone, begin the type, they go. If you want tweet, make you go the tweet and they go. Anyone where you tweet, if we tweet us, we go bring and come out as it take be. But anything where we say, if they give joy to obedience, we they carry and they come out.
as he take they go. So make we they look up to other tweets where we say they come out. We get this one from this our lawyer where we say we just see where they show us that particular this thing. If they talk about Nigerians don't need palliatives. What Nigerians need is good governance, free of corruption and corrupt practices. Nigerians don't need National Assembly members to accommodate those who have ruined the nation. Nigerians need decent men and women of integrity to lead by example. As in talk say, talking of palliatives to cushion the effect of withdrawal of subsidy is political talks rooted in the same ways of inflicting pains on Nigerians. Nigerians want their natural resources applied justly, equitably, and judiciously. Nigerians want functional government without looters. What Nigerians want is democratic governance, where the best lead without imposing cronies and crooks on them. Nigerians are not interested in democratic nepotism, where the will of the people is truncated for the interest of tiny cabals. Nigerians are tired of rhetorics. These talks of palliatives and borrowing money to give palliatives to unknown people is as wicked and as crooked as the subsidies removed from petroleum products. We should not be deceived. Nigerians want open, transparent governance. Nigerians are tired of crooked government magic.
This is the consequence of the vote you voted. And it's too early to cry now because actually the real problem hasn't come. But when these problems come, we should solve them as a country. We should not see as a potential of politics. President Tinubu is taking certain measures, which are legacy measures of what he met on the ground. His own policies have not come out. When they come out, you will see that there are complications there because you have to run an economy. It's one thing to win. You can be an expert in winning an election, but you have to be an expert in running a government. And I haven't seen that expertise yet. Maybe when their cabinet comes out and they start to think. I haven't seen the sign of a thinking government yet, which is trying to manage the economy. If you see the contradiction in what they are doing, for example, look at the central bank.
On that note,
I don't hear the talks about the subsidies where they talk about. Even the fuel pump price don't increase. No much talk they go around. From 520 naira to 540 and now 620 naira. It go up. We say on obedience where they for abroad. If you ask on people where they for here to cook soup myself, na wahala. If you give woman now 10,000 naira to cook soup, that one na be saying na soup wey say dem go leak for one day, na be that one. Because if you come out, you go tell you say everything wey dey for market don put this thing. But anyway, sha, Angel fit talk that one. But make we first continue wetin we dey talk again, because e get another man wey talk say country hard, and then talk say this very administration wetin dem dey do now say e no jail at all. But make I no take him mouth take talk am, make him take him own mouth, make una hear am for him own mouth.
I think somebody should call Bola Ahmed Tinubu to order. Somebody should tell him that he is not bigger than the nation. Somebody should tell him that statement he made is an obvious and daring threat to not only the judiciary, but to also the generality of the citizens of Nigeria. Nobody anywhere is mightier or greater than the nation. I don't know what is wrong with you. Why is it taking you people a great difficulty to interpret and understand your own constitution, your own laws of the country? You see, somebody should tell that man that he did not win 25% of, in Abuja, that he did not even win the election. He should get out of office. Somebody should tell him, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to get out of office. Enough is enough. You see, the judiciary, all eyes are on you. But let me tell you one thing. This is now, a history you're making for yourself. How can one man, just one man, intend to gag all of you? Gag your mind. Don't you have a mind of your own? But let me tell you, if you are scheming to deliver a contrary judgment to what everyone knows, find a place where you hide your children and even yourselves. All of you put together. You see, this time around, as I once said it, that the people are ready to retrieve their mandates. They are ready to die for justice. They are ready. Enough is enough. And even you soldiers that will be sent to go and kill the people, after killing the people, where will you go to? It is that same people that you want to connive against that you still go back to be in their midst as a soldier. You all must be very, very careful. Enough is enough. Tell Bola Ahmed Tinubu to get out of office. He should get out of office. He did not win the election, and that's the fact about it. Why is it taking you such a difficulty to interpret, to understand your own laws?
Yes, enough is enough. Nigerians have started talking. Where you dey, talk your own. Video and bring, make we dey show the world, because Nigerians have started talking. They know the people will be saying them they follow PO. They know they go begin they cause riot or begin they do this one. Then they do all those ones. Now obedient people then be when they hear from their mass, from the person will be saying them they follow. They tell them say do them this way, then they do them like that. So obedience don't begin they talk. Where your own talk there, bring them out, make we hear you as you take talk them. With that very one, I go talk say all the things where we don't share with una today. All the INEC lie, all the things where they happen with the entanglement with INEC, DSS, NYSC, and all of that. Make you for share this video as you they watch us now. Share this very video and like it. The thing where you feel do for PO whenever you watch Obidati Family TV, the only thing that you, the maximum or the least thing that you can do for PO is to like the video. When you do like the video, it will reach other obedience so that they will know that the hope is alive. That is what the program is all about. It's about keeping the hope alive. Tomorrow, we'll come back again. We'll go digest because our time don't give us signal. We'll for dive into that very APC final written address while waiting for the Labour Party's written address. So, that very one make you keep on. Tomorrow we will come back, we'll go digest them well as it take be. So as our time don't give us signal make we do waiting, make we carry our kaya come out from studio. Even Angel Ma don't begin to do mwe, make we hear from her.
My well-meaning Nigerians and obedient worldwide, all eyes on judiciary. Judiciary are on trial. Judiciary, you are on trial. It's no longer business as usual. Yes, obedient are always one step ahead. Judges, write your name on gold. Justice and fairness is the only thing we are asking for. We are not asking for too much. Just justice and fairness. Give us our mandate. Oh yes, we won the election. You saw it. Even a 10-year-old child knows. My people, just check out. They borrow money, billions of money, say they want share, 8,000. My people, is it not better they use and do job, create jobs? Give small scale business, make them they strive, they go. They say they want share. Now another wayo, the time where COVID day, where they keep the palliative, ask your sister, ask your neighbor, now for warehouse. Yes, make them no deceive us again. Once beaten, twice shy. If you watch us finish, you know, call like, subscribe and share. Wait till you get, my darling. Share, like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being with us today. Tomorrow is another day. We love you. God loves you more. Bye for now.